TV.
We're watching Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announcing that he is stepping down as Prime Minister of Canada and calling for new sessions of Parliament. Our chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell joins me now for more. Ian, how significant is this, and what's at stake for Canada, the U.S., and the rest of the world, really?
I think it's huge. I mean, certainly for Canada, this is a political tremor, if not an earthquake. I remember Justin Trudeau has been Prime Minister of Canada since 2015, leader of the Liberal Party since 2013. He was the second youngest Prime Minister in Canada. He's this charismatic figure that everyone knows. He was obviously Prime Minister during the first Trump presidency, and I think there's been a lot of anticipation about what's going to happen during the second Trump presidency, whether Trudeau is the right man to lead the country. We had this significant resignation of the Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister, the same person, in December last year, which was pretty much a damning indictment of Trudeau. His personal opinion, poll ratings, according to polls conducted in Canada, as well as the ratings of the Liberal Party that runs this ruling coalition in an election year, elections are due to be held by September, are historically low. So there's been huge amounts of pressure on Trudeau to step aside and lots of questions about what's going to happen when President Trump takes office. So I think the process as it stands now is that he has signified his intent to step down as leader of the Liberal Party and thus Prime Minister, but only once the process has been gotten through to select a replacement. That will still leave him in place to deal with Trump. Remember, Trump has threatened to impose 25% tariffs on trade against not just Canada, but also Mexico if both countries don't deal with problems of migration. So that is also hanging over Canada at this kind of tumultuous time.
Ian, how much of this comes due to comments made by President-elect Trump about Canada and particularly about U.S. tariffs on Canadian goods?
Yeah, I mean, that certainly has added to the sense of whether or not Trudeau is going to be best placed, but also because he's so politically weak at home, it raises a question. You even saw him there in the press conference referring to the fact that it's been very difficult to conduct business in Parliament because he runs this minority coalition government and he's had difficulty basically getting his agenda through. Question marks over the budget, which was around the time the budget was, excuse me, due to be delivered, was when the Finance Minister stepped aside. However, he is still going to be the person to meet Donald Trump. Now, Trump has been goading Canada for some time. He certainly attacked the finance minister, the deputy prime minister, when she stepped aside, taking to social media to condemn her and saying essentially good riddance, but again mocking Canada as the 51st state and Justin Trudeau as its governor. So that's going to present a challenge. We know that Trudeau met with Trump in Mar-a-Lago not long ago, trying to cement relations. They certainly dealt reasonably successfully with Trump. Listen, President-elect Trump makes a lot of threats. Let's see how many of them are carried out with policies on the ground. But Canada is, well, of course, one of America's strongest allies. It sent troops who fought and died after 9/11 in the war on terror, and the most significant trading, or one of the most significant trading partners with the United States. You take Mexico and Canada together, they are the biggest trading partners. So it's an important time. Lots of questions about what Trump is going to introduce, but for Canadians, I think it's possibly a time to turn a leaf and make a new start.
All right, Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell, thank you.